Personal protective equipment is designed to protect against infections. Personal protective equipment acts as a barrier to prevent or limit contamination of skin, mucous membranes, or clothing of staff in order to prevent transmission of potential infectious agents. The sequence for donning personal protective equipment is designed to prevent and control transmission of microorganisms in the healthcare setting. The steps are: 1. Perform hand hygiene. 2. Gown. 3. Mask. 4. Eye protection. 5. Gloves. Hand hygiene is considered the most important and effective infection prevention and control measure to prevent the spread of infections. Before donning your personal protective equipment, wash your hands. Step 1. Wet your hands with warm water. 2. Apply soap to produce lather. 3. Rub hands together for 10 to 20 seconds. 4. Rinse. 5. Dry your hands with a paper towel. And 6. Turn off the tap with a paper towel. If you're using an alcohol-based hand sanitizing product, ensure it contains an alcohol concentration of 70 to 90%. The gown is to fully cover your torso from neck to knees, shoulders to wrists. Wrap it around the back and secure it with ties at the neck and at the waist. If the gown is too small, use 2. The first ties in front, the second in back. There are various kinds of masks and respirators, but each is worn in a similar fashion. Medical face masks are loose-fitting and are designed to filter some of the wearer's exhaled organisms to reduce exposure to others. Respirators are tight-fitting and require certification from the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. They are designed to filter inhaled organisms to reduce exposure to the wearer. For respirators, be sure to use an appropriate size mask as determined by approved fit testing. With clean hands cupping the outside of the mask, place the mask over your nose, mouth, and chin, securing it to your head with ear loops, ties, or with the elastic straps to ensure a snug, secure fit. Place the upper head strap around the back of the head above the ears. Place the lower head strap around the back of the neck below the ears. Do not cross the straps. Position the flexible nose piece over the bridge of your nose, shaping it to fit. Adjust the mask so it is snug to your face and extends below your chin. For respirators, perform a seal check. Position eyewear over your eyes and secure to your head using the earpieces. If you wear eyeglasses, put them on first, then don your eye protection. If required, the face shield should fit over the brow. Gloves go on last. Insert your hands into the gloves and extend the gloves to cover the cuffs of your gown. Keep your gloved hands away from your face. Avoid touching or adjusting other personal protective equipment. Limit surfaces and items touched. Remove gloves if they are torn. Always perform hand hygiene before putting on new gloves. All personal protective equipment must be removed in sequence and discarded carefully. Proper removal is important since equipment is now contaminated. The steps are: 1. Glove removal. 2. Gown removal. 3. Perform hand hygiene. 4. Eye protection removal. 5. Mask removal. And 6. Perform hand hygiene. The outside of the glove is dirty and must be removed with care. Grasp the outside edge of the glove at the inside of the wrist and peel away, turning the glove inside out. Hold it in the opposite gloved hand and slip a finger under the wrist of the remaining glove. Peel off from the inside, creating a bag for both gloves. Discard immediately into the waste receptacle. The gown front and sleeves are dirty, so it must be handled from the back and inside. Starting at the neck, unfasten the ties. Peel the gown in a forward or downward movement and away from the neck and shoulder, turning it inside out. Fold or roll into a bundle and discard. Perform hand hygiene before proceeding. The outside of the eyepiece is contaminated, so handle eyewear by the earpieces. Pull away from your face and place into a designated receptacle for cleaning. Personally owned eyewear may be cleaned by the individual. The front of the mask is dirty. For removal, handle only the ear loops, ties, or elastic straps. Remove the mask from your face by bending forward and pulling the mask forward in a downward direction, allowing it to fall away from the face, then discard. To complete the process, perform hand hygiene one more time. Remember to perform hand hygiene anytime you suspect your hands are contaminated during removal of protective equipment. Let's review all of the steps for putting on and taking off personal protective equipment. First, perform hand hygiene. Put on your personal protective equipment in the following order: gown, mask, eyewear, and gloves. Remove your personal protective equipment in the following order: gloves, gown, eyewear, and mask, remembering not to touch contaminated surfaces. Perform hand hygiene after removing gloves and gown, and again after taking off eyewear and mask.